Kumusta tayo mga kapatid? Ito po si Nico Fabian. Nandito na naman dito sa programa natin Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico. One more sleep. Isang tulog na lang. Bago, we will see whether ang street in the Philippines will be like those we saw in Indonesia and sa Nepal. Or maybe similar to that in France. Ang mga demonstrators po lumabas and they showed their disappointment sa gobyerno nila. Sabado ngayon, September 20 na, and I hope that today will be a very good day for all of us despite ang mga threats natin na tungkol sa weather condition dyan po sa Pilipinas and also dito po sa Malaysia, particularly sa Sabah is Malaysia, or very specific dito po sa Kota Kinabalu. Kaya sinabi ko, isang tulog na lang bago mag-start na po ang billion and trillion peso march versus corruption. Bukas yun po, September 21. And September 21 is a very significant day for all the Filipinos dahil po, bukas we are celebrating, or we will be celebrating an anniversary ng martial law. And this will be the 53rd or 53 martial law anniversary po dyan sa Pilipinas. If you remember, it was President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Sr. declared martial law nationwide in 1972. And for those who experienced martial law, kagaya ko po, mga senior citizens na kami, now nahirapan talaga ang nation natin, nahirapan din ang mga Filipinos po, those who experience ang martial law po. Why na-declare po ang martial law si the late President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. po? Dahil sa corruption din po. Bakit lumabas ang mga tao po in 1986? First People's Power po. Dahil sa corruption. Dahil sa corruption. Ang martial law, it is because of, sabi ni the late President Ferdinand Marcos Sr., because of rebellion. Because of security purposes po, ang security ng nation natin po. And that was the reason why he declared martial law. Others were saying it is because Ferdinand Marcos Sr., he wants to stay nasa power pa rin siya po. No? Nasa power pa rin. So nagalit ng mga tao in 1986, no? In 1986, after the assassination of the enemy, public enemy of President President Marcos Sr. po, si Ninoy or Benigno Aquino. After he was assassinated, mas lalo na po, dyan po naggalit na ang mga Filipino. And it is for this reason that when February 26 po, lumabas na po ang mga tao sa streets natin dyan sa Pilipinas. And millions of them, mga nuns, religious people, mga politicians, NGOs, everybody po went out and protest kay Marcos. And that is what we call People's Power 1. And at the end of that People's Power po, no? February 26, si Marcos was forced out sa Pilipinas. He went to Hawaii and he stayed there until he called it a day, or namatay siya po. No? Namatay siya po. And everybody, ang mga Filipinos po, condemn ang Marcoses po. But because ito mga Filipinos, tayo mga Filipinos are peace-loving, forgiving people, no? We gave another chance to the Marcoses, and that was last May 12. Last 2022 po, presidential election, wherein the majority of the Filipinos voted for the candidacy of President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. to be the next president or to be the successor of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte or Tatay Digong, fondly called by many Filipinos po, and he is now in the custody of the International Criminal Court dyan po sa The Hague, Netherlands. So bukas po, we are going to see, expected to see a large number of Filipinos who will be going out to the street and protest. This time around po, it is not because the death of somebody, but this time po, the Filipinos are fed up. Fed up. Ha? Sigaw ng mga Filipino, tama na, sobra na ang korupsyon dito sa Pilipinas o dyan po sa Pilipinas. And let's see po kung bukas it will be another People's Power, and that will be People's Power 3. We are very known, mga Filipinos, whenever we do something like demonstrations po, we are known, and it has been proven that we are peace-loving Filipinos po, just like what happened last People Power 1 in 1986, wherein not even a single blood was dropped during the rally, mass demonstration po, carried out by the Filipinos to oust the late Ferdinand Marcos Sr. Nangyari ba yun bukas? We don't know. But based on how we look at things now, for the past months and past weeks, especially these past few days po, the momentum is growing po. The momentum is growing, and there is a big possibility that there will be another People's Power bukas. So ready na mga damit ninyo? Sabi pa mga organizers ng rally, they call it Billion Peso March. And it will be held in Luneta Park. And the other big rally to be organized tomorrow, they call it Trillion Peso March. And it will be, ang venue po, nasa EDSA Shrine, dyan po sa Quezon City. Sa Luneta, it will be at 9 o'clock. Sa Quezon City, the program will start at 2 p.m. Yes, expected, ang mga Filipinos will start going out from their houses as early as 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, to make sure that before the program starts sa Luneta, at 9 o'clock, nandyan na po sila. May mga libreng sakay. Ang Manibela group dyan po sa Pilipinas po, they are giving free ride for those who wants to participate in the Luneta Rally po. Ang billion peso march po, libre po ang pamasahe. Ang members ng Manibela po will be providing free rides from 6:30 a.m. hanggang 9 a.m. po. So that makapunta kayo sa Luneta. Wear your black t-shirts or polo. Yan po ang color dyan po sa Luneta. Dyan po sa Luneta. While dyan po sa Quezon City, sa EDSA Shrine, ang color nila po is white. So it means tomorrow, it will be black and white. Walang political color dito po sa March versus corruption. Walang political color. Ibig sabihin, wala itong red, yellow, pink, or whatever color. No? Green ba? Or whatever color, political colors po. Politics is not part of the activities tomorrow. Kaya nga po, ang mga tao who will be participating dyan sa rally po, bukas sa Manila, you are not allowed to bring, or you are discouraged to bring placards, pictures of politicians po. Huwag po kayo magandala because they will not allow that ang organizers will not allow you to participate in the rally if you bring mga retrato ng mga politicians natin. Kasi focus na focus ito po, ang rally natin po sa corruption. Graft and corruption. That is the message that we want to pass to all the people, elected people, lawmakers natin po, sa gobyerno po, na pagod na po ang mga Filipino, enough is enough, tama na, sobra na, ikulong na ang mga corrupt officials natin sa Pilipinas. Once and for all, ikulong na natin sa kanila po. Tama na po, sobrang-sobra na. Alright? So, okay. I will talk to you later about this event tomorrow po. But in the meantime, I will show you some video clips that I have prepared sa inyo po. And this time around po, ang mga politicians, some of our politicians, mga veterans politicians, influential politicians po, leaders natin sa Pilipinas, they are the ones who are calling the public. They are the ones who are calling the public, especially the youth, to participate in this rally or scheduled rally tomorrow. And one of them is a politician, a former governor, a veteran politician, a businessman, a philanthropy, a kind-hearted person, forgiving, and very practical in life, very concerned about the welfare and interests of every Filipino, especially the Filipinos yung mahirap. The poor Filipinos po. The poor Filipinos. And he was the one who showed his disappointment and convinced the Filipino people to remove a president dyan po sa Pilipinas po because of corruption, because of gambling. Nasobra na po, nahirapan na po ang mga Filipinos dahil sa corruption, dahil itong illegal gambling carried out in the Philippines. And because of his influence po, he and the Filipino people managed to remove that particular president. And who is that particular president? After Ferdinand, the late Ferdinand Marcos Sr., who is that? Si President Joseph Estrada. And sino yan po? Politician, veteran politician? I am referring to no other than ang former governor of Ilocos Norte, si Governor Chavit Singson. And ngayon, lumabas na naman siya ngayon and calling the Filipinos, calling ang bayan natin po to come out and show our anger. Especially itong mga youth natin, ang mga bata, mga estudyante po. And siya na po, came out openly, just recently po, condemning ang kaibigan niya po, si President BBM or Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. He said he was cheated, he was nabudol siya po kay Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos po, and he is itong presidente si BBM po is a leader na walang, sabihin natin, cannot keep his promise. Let's listen to Governor Chavit Singson po. Nandito po. I prepared this thing para sa inyo lahat. And, alright. Sandali ha. Ito muna po. Ito muna. Sana yon. I will share with you po ang statement ni Chavit Singson. Let's listen to this. Sandali ha. Sandali.
pinansin. Ang mga overseas workers, bastos naman ang presidente niya, sabi nila. Oh, nagtakbo ba ko? Hindi. Dahil sinasabi mo na pinapasok ko sa PCSO. Director lang. Dahil chairman ng PCSO yung kapatid ko noon. Anak niya yun. Director lang. Oh, ang dami naman yan eh. Sabi naman ni Special Assistant to the President, nagtabayo, sigurado na yung manong sinabi ng presidente, sigurado na yan. Isa-isa may na-appoint na director. Umiiyak yung bata. Sigurado na yan. Pag nakita si puro sigurado. Tapos, hindi na sumasagot. Yung sekretary niya. Nakita kami, yung sekretary niya, tinupad na yung mata. Wala naman tinupad. Nagalit pa ko, hindi. Director lang. Ang laki na itulong ko sa kanya, hindi siya presidente, kundi dahil sa akin. Bakit ako galit? Bakit ako naiinis sa kanya ngayon? Nung pinalis natin ang mga bases dito sa Pilipinas, it was approved by the Senate. Pagpunta niya sa States, pinabalik ka lang, pinagtaga pa. At para tayong tinatala sa kumunoy. Alam niya na magkakakera ang China and Taiwan. Sabi ang China, we never invaded any country but Taiwan, we have to get it because it's ours. Binigyan sila ng 5 years. Ang Amerika, laban tayo. Huwag kayo pumayag, laban tayo. Pagkagaling ang presidente natin doon, binigyan ka ng ibang beses. Ang dami. Kung matuloy yung away nila, sinong bumubugin? Tayo. Ang ngayon, iniinis pa niya ang China. Anong laban natin sa China? China is our neighbor. China is our friend. China is helping us a lot. Mabuti nga. Tubig lang hinakanyon nila eh. May karapatan din sila doon dahil ang dami nag-reclaim. Hindi lang tayo. Vietnam at ibang country. It should be diplomatic. Kausapin niya na. Susunod na lang tayo dyan. She should stay neutral. As a leader, he should stay neutral. Bakit tumating agad? Di pinapahamak tayo. Naghahabol pa. Mali yun.
Alright, yan po. Galit na galit si former Governor Chavit Singson po. No? Especially itong issue na ito po, ang independent foreign policy ni Marcos po. Itong issue between China and Taiwan. Na wala tayo kung why should we get involved sa conflict between China and Taiwan. By right, China, since time immemorial, Taiwan is part of China. Renegade ba itong Taiwan? No? So, time of former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, he doesn't want trouble. He stick to his independent foreign policy po. Let's be friends to everybody and enemy to none. Enemy to none. Diyan po ang stand ni former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Kaya nga si Duterte managed to invite China, people of China to come to the Philippines and invest and help develop the country through projects po, joint venture projects po, and through donations po. Even during the time of COVID, ang China po was the one who helped us. They were the ones, the first one who gave free vaccine sa atin. Sa atin po. While we are waiting for other vaccine coming from United States and other countries po. Ang China, because nandyan tayo, we are having a good relationship, bilateral relationship with China, nagtulong din ang China sa atin. We did not mess ourselves with China tungkol sa mga claims ng some portion in Spratly Islands po, no? And of course, ang conflict between Taiwan and China. Diyan po. And during those days, we saw that even when it comes to tourism sector ng Pilipinas po, ang dami mga China. Chinese went to the Philippines and spent their holidays, spend money, billions of money po sa Pilipinas for holiday. Ang gobyerno nila mismo po is encouraging the people to spend their holiday in the Philippines po, in the Philippines. And we benefited because the number of tourist arrivals sa Pilipinas po nag-rise talaga po. Pero ngayon po, because of the policy, because BBM or President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos, during the campaign period po, sabi niya, 2022, that he will continue the good work of Tatay Digong po. Especially itong mga proyekto, there will be continuity. That's why the Filipinos po, including ako na po, I voted for Bongbong Marcos, because I believe in him, that there will be continuity po. Nandyan si BBM and ang Vice President po si Sara Duterte. But what happened po? I also feel I was cheated. Nabudol din ako po. But now I realize, when I saw all these things, every time I go to the Philippines, nakita ko po, mahina talaga ang progreso sa Pilipinas. And I believe, sayang ang boto ko po. Sayang ang boto ko nagbigay ko kay BBM. If only I know that empty promises lang pala yun po sa 2022 po, hindi na ako nag-support sa kanya. But anyway, regret will always come late. At the end na po. Wala yata tayong regret will come first and then enjoy. Regrets will always come late. So, yun po. This is what happened. So, ganun yan po. I'll show you another video clip of Governor Chami Chingson. And he was asked to comment on the new speaker ng House of Representatives. Sabi niya, si speaker, ngayon na speaker, Faustin Boji D is a good person. Walang problema. He's a good person. He's a good leader. But, meron siyang but. And ano yung but po? Ano yung but? Let's listen to him po. Nandito. Let's listen to this. Hold on speaker.
Reaction lang kasi this week nag-resign si House Speaker Romualdez at sa gitna nga ng kontrobersyal na manumalyang flood control project.
Ang pinalit, mabuting tao yan, si Buji. Ang paganda lang nila yan. Pero kung tutusin mo, same dog, different flow lang. Ano siya, susunod din sa naglagay sa kanya dyan. 10 pesos mo palitan ng speaker, ganun pa rin. Palitan natin lahat ang kurap na mapisyal.
Follow-up lang, sir. So, ibig sabihin, useless yung ginagawang pagdinig, especially po sa Kamara.
Useless. Huwag na tayo pagluhan. Paikot-ikot lang po tayo.
Alright, narinig niyo po. Sabi ni former Governor Chavit, mabait ito si Speaker D. Problema lang po, same dog, but different color lang daw po. Parehas pa rin. Yes, parehas dahil tao rin yan po ni Bongbong Marcos, si D. And tao din yan po ni former Speaker Martin Romualdez. Will there be changes? Let's see. Tingnan natin po. And alam na mga tao po. Alam na mga tao. And tomorrow, let's see. Let's see po ang resulta ng rally tomorrow. Kasi alam na mga tao anong kalibre ni President Bongbong Marcos. It's up to the Filipino people to decide to replace him or give him another chance. Give him another chance. Okay, nandito pa rin. Isa pa ang video clip about former Governor Chami Chingson. Wherein, sabi niya po, galit na galit siya, no? Sabi niya, walang isang salita itong si BBM o si Bongbong Marcos Jr. He is a leader na walang isang salita. And it is because of him, si Chami daw, because of him, na nagiging presidente si BBM or si Bongbong Marcos. Let's listen to this. Brief lang ito po, but at least, I just want to share with you itong video clip po para at least you will understand what is happening po. And then after that, let's talk about the upcoming billion and trillion peso march bukas. Nandito po. Let's listen to this first.
Kayo, karapatan nyo magprotesta. Dahil sa ang gobyerno natin, wala nang mangyayari. Dahil walang isang salita ang presidente. Walang isang salita yan. Bantay maniniwala. Siya nagsabi, nakakaya kayo. Dapat nakakaya tayo eh. Kasama, yung sila Diskaya, sila ang kontraktor niya eh. Kayo, karapatan nyo magprotesta. Dahil sa ang gobyerno natin, wala nang mangyayari. Dahil walang isang salita ang presidente. Walang isang salita yan. Bantay maniniwala. Siya nagsabi, nakakaya kayo. Dapat nakakaya tayo eh. Kasama, yung sila Diskaya, sila ang kontraktor niya eh.
Yan po. Walang isang salita, sabi ni Chavit Singson kay BBM. Eh, nagbigay siya po mga 1 or 2 examples po, no? Na mahirap ito si BBM. In fact, hindi lang po si Governor or former Governor Chavit who mentioned this thing po. Si former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte also po, he was the one who was telling us sa mga Pilipino po, we cannot trust BBM. We cannot trust. He's hooked with illegal drugs. And he's not a good leader. Yan po, sabi ni Tatay Digo, you remember? When he was still the president, or even after he stepped down as a president, yan po ang salita ni sino ito? Ni Tatay Digong. Ano ba ito? Mayroon tayo dito. Let's listen to this. Si Chavit pa rin.
Yun na po, pakiusap ko. Pabayaan natin ang mga kabataan, mga student leaders, sila mag-lead itong revolusyon ng korupsyon. Bakit silang buwan? Bakit suggestion ko lang, pwede rin kayong pumunta sa mga rally, pero baka may manggulo, baka mapama kayo. Ang suggestion ko, walang gulo. Bakit na lang kayo pumasok? Pag tumayo kayo, karapatan nyo magprotesta. Dahil sa ang gobyerno natin, wala nang mangyayari. Dahil walang isang salita ang presidente. Walang isang salita yan. Ba't tayo maniniwala? Siya nagsabi, nakakaya kayo. Dapat nakakaya tayo eh. Kasama, yung sila Diskaya, sila ang kontraktor niya eh. So, pakiusap ko po ang mga student leaders, mga kabataan, to lead this peaceful revolution for corruption. Dahil ano nyo ang wala na tayong pag-asa sa buhay. This is your future. This is your future. Yung mga kabataan, hindi po sa amin. Tumutulong lang po kami pagpaliwanag. Dahil mukhang naliligaw tayo eh. Investigasyon sa Senado, wala nangyayari. Paikot-ikot na tayo. So yun na po. Maraming salamat. I'd like to entertain any question.
Alright, yun po, si former Governor ng Ilocos Sur, Chavit Singson. Okay, let's talk about itong rally tomorrow po, no? Itong rally tomorrow expected to have a very, expected to be participated by a huge crowd, big crowd po. Big crowd, it means from senior citizens down to the youth. Youth po, down to the youth. And all NGOs, religious groups po, no? Politicians will also be participating po. Everybody are expected to participate in this mass demonstration tomorrow. But I urge, hindi lang po ang mga Filipino dyan sa Pilipinas. Tayo din po, mga overseas Filipino workers, I urge, although we cannot be there physically, but through prayers, we will be able to participate. Magdasal tayo, mga kababayan, mga kapatid. Tayo, mga overseas Filipino workers. Magdasal tayo po that tomorrow, we are going to have a very peaceful rally. And we will be able to achieve ang desired goals and objectives natin sa rally. Ano man yan, is isa lang. Stop corruption and make sure the guilty ones, mga kurakot, ikulong natin. Mga kurakot, ikulong natin po. Regardless of affiliations po. Anak natin, tatay natin, nanay natin, kaibigan natin, business affiliates natin, or kapitbahay natin po. For as long as they are corrupt, let's go against them. It is only through this kind of mindsetting na mayroon tayo po, ang Pilipinas will progress. Habang we will not change our mindsetting, habang we will not change ugali natin po, habang we will not change itong polisiya natin sa gobyerno, ang system sa gobyerno po, nothing will happen sa atin. It is about time. Enough is enough. Tama na. Bakit ngayon lang? Sabi nila, Sir Nick, bakit ngayon lang? Sana last year pa yan, or before the election, or before 2022. As what I said, ang mga Filipino are peace-loving people, very forgiving, very understanding, to the extent that they will go up to the limit. Ang kaso lang po, dumating na ang limit. Ang kaso lang po, dumating na ang limit. You just imagine, correct me if I'm wrong, every day, sawang-sawa ng mga tao po, dahil sa corruption. Noon, ang corruption hindi pa grabe as what we saw now, ang corruption. Hindi pa. Maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago, compared to ngayon, ang corruption po, grabe. A very simple example po. Noon, narinig natin, ang SOP 5%, 10%. Ngayon po, ang kickback is already 25%, 30%, and some are asking even 40%. And malawag na po, widespread na po ang corruption sa, hindi lang sa gobyerno, mga government officials natin, but sa mga lawmakers natin. Ang mga congressmen allegedly involved. How many of them? Some senators were mentioned. Although, it has to be proven yet. Pero nandyan po, implicated. No? It is implicated po. Grabe. Noon, hindi pa. No? And none of these people, mga politicians natin, that includes even the higher-ups, natural lang yan po. They will not say they are corrupt. And worst thing, corrupt na sila, naghambog pa silang pera natin. Hambog in what way? They show off. They have plenty of money because of corruption. They show off to the people by buying. Sabihin natin, buying luxury, expensive cars left and right. Go to the casino and play and lose millions of pesos. Restaurants. Very good life. Pamilya nila sa mga anak nila po. And we call them mga contractors. Mayroon mga nepo babies. Naghambog talaga sila po. Walang konsensya. Just imagine, the other day, while we are facing, dyan ang mga tao sa Maynila, particularly in Bulacan, we're facing flash flood problems in the area. This Department of Foreign Affairs officials ongoing ng investigation, yet they still go to the casino and play. While ang mga kababayan nila dyan po sa Bulacan are trying to survive and trying to escape from the flash flood effects. Sila po, enjoy sila po sa casino. Using whose money? They are using our money. Taxpayers' money po. Kaya nga, dapat na po ikulong na natin yun sila. Ha? Tama na, ikulong na natin. They even, itong mga politicians natin, mga congressmen po, they even, I don't think they deserve to be called honorable. They don't deserve. Okay? Let's see, bilang na lang ang mga araw ninyo. Let's see tomorrow what will happen. Let's see tomorrow what will happen. Sana lang po, bukas po, because of our unity, united tayong lahat po, bukas, in one voice, we will be able to achieve ang desired goals and objectives natin dito po sa billion and trillion peso March bukas dyan po sa Luneta and Extra Shrine dyan po sa Quezon City. And remember, hindi lang ito po, dalawang venues. This rally will be simultaneously po carried out nationwide. I believe, I was made to understand, almost all of the cities and municipalities sa Pilipinas po, they will be having their own demonstration. They will be having their own demonstration tomorrow po. Tomorrow. Reminder lang, let's keep it peaceful. I was made to understand that some 50,000 police personnel will be deployed tomorrow nationwide to make sure that the rally will be peaceful. Now, what are the things that we might we might experience disturbances? May typhoon pa tayo po. Ha? May typhoon tayo dyan sa Pilipinas. What? Typhoon na Pudol? Is it Typhoon Pudol? Ha? Now, mga sabotahe. Ano mga possible sabotahe dyan po sa rally? One is, I won't be surprised kung ang gobyerno will cut ang signal natin sa internet, sa website, and ang reason nila is bad weather condition or for security purposes. Para ang mga tao will not be able to text sa mga relatives, mga friends and relatives nila, sabihin, labas na kayo, nandito na kami. Possible yan po. Sabotahe. Right? Posible. There will be disconnection, disruption of, sabi natin, internet signal. Second po, there will be checkpoints, roadblocks. Those from the provinces coming down to Manila to participate sa rally sa Luneta po o sa Quezon City, they might put itong mga police, traffic policemen po to block ang mga tao from entering Manila. It is a sabotage again. Posible yan po. Ha? Posible yan po. Di ba? There is a possibility, and may news na yan po, spreading sa Pilipinas. No? And I heard it sa mainstream media. Although it's still unverified, and sa social media po, they are saying that there is a possibility that ayuda financial assistance will be distributed tomorrow. Para mga tao, instead of going to the rally, they will go and get financial assistance given by the government. Posible din yan. Posible din yan po, mga sabotahe. No? Posible din yan. There is also a possibility po. Ang transportation, mabuti lang, nandyan po ang Manibela na mag-strike din po ang mga yung kontra sa rally, sa march po bukas. So they are going to do a strike na wala talaga transportation. And I don't think so, ang military will provide the vehicle. Dapat na po, they will provide in the event we will be facing shortage of transportation. But, possibly, the government, per the instruction of the higher-ups, they will not provide that thing. Ha? Yan mga possible things po. Posible din po, mga those are not happy with the organizers and with the Dutertes. Posible din yun po, they will take advantage by creating chaos during the rally. During the rally. Hindi lang yun mga those against Duterte, no? They will create a lot of any kind of chaos para to disperse ang demonstration, ang mga tao po. But there is also a possibility that ang mga terorista, localized terrorists natin, ang NPA, mga komunista po, we will take advantage of the crowd and create chaos po. Now, if this will happen po, especially if the rally will be bloody, although majority of us, we are out there with the intention to keep our demonstration peaceful, but because of this irresponsible, sabi natin greedy, no? They have their own selfish agenda po, they create chaos po, then there is a possibility you're giving a reason for the Marcos administration to declare martial law. Posible din yan po. So kaya nga, ingat tayo po. Ingat tayo. Alright. The other thing I want to discuss is, bakit ba? Bakit? Yung, as what I said, pagod ng mga tao, sobra na. Enough is enough. Every day we are feeling the pain, the pinch of corruption every day in terms of, tinanin niyo po, ang sahod ng mga trabador. Kulang, maliit lang ang sweldo ng mga tao. Kulang po because mataas ang cost of living sa Pilipinas, especially dyan sa Maynila. Salary po, problema. Gasolina po, almost every week, going up. Kung nasa gasolina, ang mga drivers po, they have to increase their fare, transportation fare. Diba? Ang bigas natin po, mahal pa rin. Essential goods, mga gulay natin po, ang isda, ang karne, is not going down. It's not going down. Yun po. Kaya nga, you cannot blame the people ngayon, ang masa. Every day they feel it. They feel every pinch of itong mga corrupt activities carried out by these people. Sa gobyerno. So, dumating na po ang panahon na ang mga Filipinos po nag-surrender na and decided to go to the street and stop this graft and corruption po. Kawawa mga overseas Filipino workers po. Kawawa talaga. We are sacrificing sa labas ng bayan natin. We are sending pera dyan po sa Pilipinas. But ito palang mga pera natin, mga taxes natin po, goes to the wrong people. Goes to the wrong people. Instead of giving us giving the public a better public facilities po, wala. Mas lalo na po naggrabe ang sitwasyon. Even sa baha natin dyan po sa Pilipinas po. Huwag na tayo mag-isip yung Bulacan. Sa ibang parte ng nation natin. Even sa mga municipalities natin po. Sa mga cities natin po. Grabe. Lumabas po na karamihan ng mga project pala ng flood control projects po nationwide. Either coast or substandard. Grabe, no? Sabi nga si Governor Chambi Singson, itong investigation dapat mag-umpisa tayo dyan po sa Ilocos, sa lugar ni BBM. Kasi ang dami din projects sila Diskaya and other contractors po dyan po sa Ilocos. Sabi ni former Governor Singson, huwag na tayo pumunta sa labas. Dito na, sa Ilocos, mag-umpisa kayo mag-investigate. And klarong-klaro, itong mga contractors are contractors ni Marcoses. Diyan po sa Ilocos. Biro mo yan. Grabe po. Grabe talaga ang sitwasyon sa Pilipinas. This, I can say. Ang mga tao din po, fed up na. You cannot blame us. Fed up na. May mga laws, may constitution tayo. May mga laws and policies. Tayo po. But apparently, hanggang dyan lang pala yun. Hanggang sa papel lang yun po. Let's take for example, itong mga signing of tapos na ang proyekto, release na ang bayad sa contractor po. Mayroon yan mga conditions, mga requirements po, black and white yun po sa opisina ng Department of Public Works and Highways. But itong mga officials, do they respect that policies, directives, nandoon po sa law natin? They ignore it because of selfishness, because they are corrupt. And one thing, sure, do you agree with me, mga kapatid ko, who is watching itong programa ko ngayon, Nick Talk, Video Talk, with Nico? Imposible, isa o dalawang tao lang po will do all these things. Ang corruption po. They will maneuver itong ghost projects, substandard projects po. Imposible yun po. 1 or 2 or even 5 people only po. Imposible. Mayroon talaga yun backup. Backup sa itaas. Sa itaas and sa itaas. Sino yan and sa itaas? I believe President Bongbong Marcos knows about this thing. He knows what is happening. Pero ngayon lang po, lumabas ito. Hanggang fed up ng mga Filipinos. Nasaan na si Saldico? Representative Saldico? Ha? Nasaan na si Representative Martin Romualdez? Yes, he stepped down, but it doesn't mean na step down na siya as a Speaker of the House. Tapos na ang problema. Wala ng corruption. Culpability, accountability, justice is what we want. Pwede ba yun? Do you think we are going to achieve this thing? I don't think so po. Habang nandoon yung mga tao sa itaas, I think we are going nowhere. Pasensya lang po. This is how I look at it. Mga kababayan ko dito po sa Malaysia, dito po sa Sabah. Habang nandyan sila, when I say sila, yun, si taas talaga. Sino sa taas? Executive. Sa legislative. mga politicians, mga congressmen, mga mayors, mga governors, even barangay captain. Involved yun. Hindi naman lahat. Mayroon naman matalino. Mayroon naman mabait. But I can assure you po, with all these things what is happening po, with all these millions, millions and billions of worth of projects po, imposible po. Ang district engineer lang ang mastermind. Ang regional engineer assistant na district engineer ang mastermind. Imposible yon talaga. Kaya nga sigaw na kami ngayon. Bukas, bilang ng mga araw ninyo hanggang bukas na lang kayo po. Inshallah, I hope so. Tapusin na natin ito. Palitan na natin sila. How we do it, we don't know. Palitan natin sila. If there is a need for us to change the government tomorrow, then let it be. You cannot blame mga Filipinos. We are the one who put you there. Ako po, I put you there because I voted for you. Tapos na. Palitan na. Support ako sa mga grupo, anybody who's fighting against graft and corruption. And people, individuals, or group of individuals who wants cleansing na po sa gobyerno natin. Sino man yon who will replace these people, sino man yon po ang taong bayan mag-decide. Yes, I will admit, I support Sara Duterte. I support ang leadership ni Tatay Digong. But I am only one vote. Ang gobyerno, the government, and the people, it's the people who will decide who will be the next leader of our country. Yun na po sa akin. But I cry what is happening sa bayan natin po. Tama na. Palitan na po. I'm not supporting anybody. We talk about corruption dito po. Hindi politika po. No. Although I'm telling you, yes, I love the style of leadership of the other group or mga Dutertes po. But if they are also corrupt, then I'm sorry, I'm not going to support them. But now, sino pa? Let's see po, bukas. Wake up early, sleep early tonight, condition your mind, continue to pray. Paggising tayo bukas po, labas tayo sa mga bahay natin, punta tayo sa mga venues. Be it in Luneta, be it in Quezon City, be it dyan po sa municipality ninyo po, kung saan man ang People's Park ninyo po, kailangan na punta tayo po. Mga kababayan natin, kapatid natin na may sakit, sa bahay lang tayo po, no? Mga senior citizens, siguro wag na po, no? Sa bahay na lang, let's continue to pray. And kung pwede, to all my kababayan dito po sa Malaysia, particularly dito po sa Sabah, who is watching ngayon po sa Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico, I am appealing and urging all of you po, tomorrow is Sunday. Mga Kristiyano po, we have to go to church. Kung pwede lang po, tomorrow, when we go out from our houses, let's wear either black or white shirt, polo, dress. Isang araw lang po. Kung pupunta tayo sa simbahan, either white or black. We are just showing that we are part of this revolution, peaceful revolution. Either white or black. Or a white ribbon will do. Or scarf na lang po, you put white or black. Diyan ang kulay natin. I'm appealing po sa mga kababayan ko dito po sa Sabah, sa Malaysia. Particularly dito sa Sabah, sa Kota Kinabalu kasi nandito ako po. I'm urging you tomorrow to wear either white or black color dress, shirt, polo, or what. Yun lang po ang kailangan natin po. Because we won't be able to be there physically. And I will try to do my best po. Tomorrow I'll see. Kasi, I'll try to see kung makakuha tayo ng live na coverage sa Pilipinas po. Para at least, since it's Sunday, karamihan natin po sa bahay lang ang mga Filipino, wala tayong trabaho. And I will try to, I'll see if I can make it. No? If I can make it po sa mag-live tayo po, no? Mag-live tayo ang rally dyan po sa Pilipinas o dyan po sa Manila. So, wag natin kalimutan, let us pray, pray and participate. Pray, pray and participate. Kung nasa Pilipinas tayo, participate. Kung nandito tayo sa labas ng bayan natin po, pray, pray and participate via dito na po. Damit natin, and our minds will be there. Text sa mga relatives natin po dyan sa Pilipinas na try to find time to participate sa rally bukas. So, alright, siguro wala na tayong issue. I will continue to monitor po ang sitwasyon dyan po sa Pilipinas. And hanggang dito na lang siguro po, no? Enjoy tayo ang Saturday weekend holiday natin po. Today is Saturday. And kung sleep early kayo po dyan sa Pilipinas, no? Sleep early kayo po. Prepare na ang mga damit ninyo, black or white. And make sure, talin ninyo po mga payong or whatever hot mayroon kayo po. Or anything that can cover you in the event magulan po sa rally, sa mga venues ninyo po. Something to cover, no? And walang libre yung pagkain doon, although there are some, I was made to understand, some kind-hearted people, individuals, group of individuals and companies po, some they, they donated some donation in kinds, water, bottled water and all these things po. But if possible, kung pwede, you bring your own. Para kung sakali you won't be able to get share or whatever, no? Mayroon kayong para sa inyo talaga. So ganito na lang tayo po, no? Take care lang kayo po and let's be united. Be united. Let's be in one voice tomorrow. Participate. And don't worry po, no? Don't worry because even the president si BBM is also encouraging po. Sabi niya po, unless it's not that serious when he mentioned that thing, kung hindi lang ako presidente, baka ako mismo, I will be sa rally site. So, don't worry. Narinig natin po. I myself, I totally believe that this will be a very good, big group po. See, remember, you remember ito si Senator Gringo Nasan. I think it was yesterday sa Facebook, I saw him passing the message to all the members of Guardian. Guardian po. Guardians and Eagles, no? Na come out tomorrow and participate. Support sa rally. Nakita natin mga different fraternities, sororities sa Pilipinas. Different NGOs, religious group po, nandyan po, is shouting now to come out and participate. Sana ito, mayroon ba tayo, okay, ito po, just let me read you a portion of this. Religious group po, nandyan din po, asking to participate. Ito po, briefly lang. The Catholic Bishops Conference of the Philippines, or CBCP, has called for a nationwide day of prayer and accountability against corruption, urging Filipinos to gather at the Ezra People Power Monument on Sunday, bukas yun po, September 21 at 2 p.m. Dubbed the Trillion Peso March, the peaceful assembly will serve as a moral stand against the country's entrenched culture of corruption. Ito na po, religious group ito po. Ang CBCP President, Caloocan na Bishop Pablo Virgilio David, said the rally is not a political spectacle but a moment of prayer, solidarity, and action that seeks to protect democracy while demanding accountability. In a pastoral message, the bishops appealed to parishioners, basics, and ecclesial communities, religious congregations, lay groups, schools, youth, civil society, and fellow believers from other denominations to join the gathering tomorrow. Participate tayo tomorrow po. Lahat-lahat na po. Even ang mga religious leaders natin po, they are calling to come out and join the gathering tomorrow. Be it dyan po sa Luneta o dito po sa Ezra Shrine. Sa Luneta, I was made to understand, karamihan dyan po, mga youth will be participating. Karamihan dyan po sa Luneta. Although meron din yan mga middle age, maybe mayroon din mga senior citizens. But dito po sa kabila, na 2 p.m. sa EDSA Shrine, karamihan din po ang mga senior citizens, mga adults na talaga po. No? But after the rally dyan po sa Luneta, we were made to understand the organizers together, those who wish to participate ang Trillion na march dyan po sa EDSA, they are all encouraged, invited to join at 2 p.m. And I was made to understand, ang dami pa mga areas dyan po sa Manila. No? Small groups po will also be organizing their own rally. I don't know kung ano mangyari, baka mag-merge sila lahat, and baka that will be the bombshell of People's Power 3. People's Power 3 po. Pagod na tayo, tama na, sobra na. So siguro nandito na lang tayo po, and once again, I am urging mga Filipinos, kababayan ko po, especially dito sa Sabah, wala tayo dyan sa Pilipinas. Let us show our protest. Bukas po, when you go to church, when you go to the market, when you go out and for sabi pa dito po sa Malaysia, jalan-jalan, jalan-jalan, makan angin po. Huwag na muna tayo mag-yellow, mag-green, mag-pink, mag-blue. Dalawang kulay lang po. Either black or white. Para sa bayan natin. Para sa bayan natin. Pakilang. Para sa bayan natin. So with this, medyo mahaba na tayo. But anyway, with this, I would like to say, huwag natin kalimutan, bukas. Thank you very much for making me a part of your day today. Pasensya lang, medyo mahaba tayo ngayon because bisperas na po sa rally natin bukas. So this is a 11-hour po wherein we will pass our message po kung pwede pa po. Para dami tayo participants dyan po sa scheduled marches natin sa Pilipinas fighting against graft and corruption. And the call for corrupt people to step down, put them in jail once and for all. bayan. Let's fight for our bayan, mga kaibigan, mga kapatid. With this, as what I said, thank you very much for making me a part of your day. And I'll see you tomorrow po. I'll see you tomorrow. Ingat kayo. Take good care of yourself. And I'll see you in my next episode. Malaysia, Sabah, the Philippines. God bless us all. I love you and ingat.